Hey guys, today I am showing you me decluttering and recommending and not recommending brands of art supplies. So let's get started. I had to do voiceover because the audio was really awful. So Liquitex Basics for acrylic paints. Yes, you should get it. Artist Loft acrylic paints. Yes, you should get it. It depends on the color. Sometimes they can be liquidy. Liquitex Basics Acrylic. So this is a modeling paste. I never use this. I don't add texture to my acrylic paintings, and in fact, I do not paint that much. But if you're into that, like it's a thick paste. I never use it, but if you're into that, keep it. I don't use it. Mod Podge, you obviously have to keep it. This is a big ass jar of white and black acrylic paint from Hobby Lobby. Yes, keep it. Anything Master's Touch, you should get over Artist Loft. And these Liquitex, like I got a glazing medium and a clear gesso. The clear gesso is great. Obviously, keep it. I kept it. Use it. That's great. This glazing medium, I do not even know why I bought it. This is me literally talking about why did I buy this? I do not know. But the Liquitex mediums are great. Liquitex is a great brand, like that acrylic paint I show you and the modeling paste. It's great. Just make sure you use it so you don't throw it out like I do because I don't use it. That is a pouring medium. That shit's good too. This is a gouache. This is a gouache set from Five Below. I ended up keeping it because I have no gouache paints. Honestly, I don't use gouache. I love the look of it when other artists use it, but it's really not for me. But I kept it just to have it, and it's not bad. It's just, no, do not get these. If you love yourself, if you cherish your life, if you do not want to die, do not get these. Okay, don't get these. Craft Smart, no, they are so liquidy. They're kind of like Artist Loft, that it depends on the color, but these more so are more liquidy throughout. If you can get Artist Loft, please don't get those. Like I am telling you, they're ass. I only ever bought them because they're cheap and I use them on my oil paintings. But yeah, sorry about that. I got really riled up about that. That is a brush shaper from Speedball. I bought that for a art class and it was good. I mean, I will show you the brush cleaner I use, but yeah, exactly that. It's like straightforward. Speedball is a pretty good brand. That is Gamvar Gloss varnish. I never really varnish my oil paintings unless I'm going to send them out. But if not that, I don't really use it. I threw it away. Anything Gamblin though is really fantastic. So I do recommend that brand. I'm just showing you more Liquitex paints. Let's see what's next. Liquitex Basics. Again, they are great. I showed that in the very beginning. They are great. Again with Liquitex. That is a flow aid medium. That is fantastic. If you're gonna get anything over whatever I just shown you, get the flow aid medium. It is not like a fluid medium, but it allows the paint to be more obviously fluid. This is me showing you my Craft Smart paint. I have a giant rack of these, and like I said earlier, I use them on my oil paintings. I do not recommend them though. If you're gonna get into not oil painting. If you're gonna get into acrylic painting, don't use these. It is not the vibe. Please invest in Artist Loft. I know these are like super cheap and affordable, but please just buy the primaries of Artist Loft. Like I am begging you at this point, do not get these if you want to make a real acrylic painting. They suck ass. This is my big giant rack of them. Ignore the headbands. I don't know how to get them off, but yeah, just don't. It's not the vibe. Please don't get these. Thank you. That is a Gamblin cold wax medium. This I recommend. That is a newer jar. I got that jar a really long time ago because the first jar I got, I use it all. But that's great. I don't really necessarily know how you use it. I personally used it as like a thickening agent, I guess. It's great though. There's my brush. There's my brush cleaner. It works. I personally I just throw the brushes away whenever they're dead. I don't care to clean them, but if that is not for you, yeah, that works great. Winsor Newton brush cleaner. This is from Blick. That is a blender. It is a oil paint stick, and that blender is old, and it did not look like that when I first bought it. I do recommend the sticks though. They're not like normal oil paints. Like, you really have to use them a specific way. There's the white one, as you can see in comparison to the blender. That one got dried out. That is not how I bought it. But regardless of that, I got it from Blick. I don't know if I said that already. Got it from Blick. They're great. They're, I guess, the only thing I can think of is like impressionism. They're not really like blendable in the way that you think of oil paints. That's just my opinion. But yeah, if you're into that, I like that brand. Always gotta have the little palettes. The little palettes, get them from Michael's or wherever you can. They're accessible to you. Oil. That's an acrylic paint. Winsor Newton acrylic paint. That jar had a like something for oil painting in it. But Winsor Newton acrylic paints are great. They're really great. Artist Loft acrylic paint. Oil paints. Sorry, they're they're hard to keep track of. Okay. Artist Loft acrylic paint. Oh gosh, oil paints. They're all right. They're all right. I wouldn't get them if I were you. I would get the Master's Touch one. If you literally do only have a Michaels and not a Hobby Lobby around you, get the Michaels one. But both of them sometimes have a problem of the oil and the paint separating. It depends on the color. That was one from when I broke my glasses, so if you do need something like that, that brand is great. And do not get these Craft Smart paint markers. Please invest in Sharpie paint markers. Do not get those. They are so cheap and they're so ugly. They do not work. Don't get them. Please, thank you. Royal and Lang Nickel Brush. Great, great stuff. Cannot go wrong with that brand. I don't know if I said it earlier, but they make great, pretty much neutral art supplies that are, not the best, but they're not the worst. Like, they're great. They're great. That's a bunch of glue sticks. So this I do recommend. I don't know what brand this is. I think it's Generals, I want to say, but if it's not, it's that with the red background. Just some white charcoal is always great to have. I use this when I want to draw on black paper, making sure, like, not making sure, but just so I can see the outline of what I'm drawing. For like a transfer drawing, white charcoal. Always have that on hand. Artist Love canvas are great. I think you need to gesso it more and like sand it down. Like, I personally don't like the texture of just like a regular canvas, but these ones are a little bit more, you have to put a little bit more effort into, as opposed to like the Hobby Lobby one. They're not bad, but they have a lot of texture to them. These are some wood panels that I got just from my dad because he's a woodworker. Again, here's a notebook I'm not getting rid of. It's a Pink Floyd one. I got this so many years ago at Target. Master's Touch canvases. They are great. This is why I have about a million of them. They're great. They're good. They're not as textured as Artist Loft. Yeah. That's a painting I gessoed over. But you can see it's a really nice, like, there's not a lot of texture to it, and I like it. So if you have a Hobby Lobby, you should get it. From there, gesso board, great. Gesso board is always great if you want like no texture, obviously, but you also don't want to work on wood, have to worry about the effects of wood and it warping and all that crap. Fabric fusion, no. I'm pretty sure I did use it wrong, but it did not fuse anything. So take that as you will. That's an old painting from a million years ago. Tone Tan Strathmore papers. Strathmore is great. It's Strathmore and Canson. It is really, really good. I have a tone tan. I'm going to show you my tone gray. They are great. They do what they're supposed to do. You should get it. I do just recommend those two brands. I want to say, like, the Artist Loft brand I would not get. just get those. Like, don't get Artist Loft or any name brand. Not name brand. Store brand. Get those ones. Those are so much better. Again, here's some more Artist Loft. These I threw away. That's just Bristol board. Like, it's hard when you get sucked in when like the marketing. It's like artist tiles, but if you look, it's literally just Bristol board cut into tiles. So no, don't recommend. Even though I that's contradictory what I just said about Strathmore. I mean, if it is easier for you, and you know you can't really get Bristol board, but if you can, just get the Bristol board. You don't really need that. Same with this. Watercolor shit. It's just watercolor paper cut up into a certain size. If it's like if you cannot I guess if you can't get a sketchbook of watercolor paper, you could do that. But if you can get the sketchbook, you don't need all the extra cut pieces of paper. It depends on what you can and cannot, spend or what you do and do not want. So these are some pastels from Hobby Lobby. They're the grayscale. They're great. I do recommend them. Hobby Lobby soft pastels are 1,000 times better than Artist Loft pastels. Okay, I hate the Artist Loft pastels. I really fucking do. This bin is more so the things I use on a daily basis, the things I use all of the time. This has I have 3 mechanical pencils in there. Those are the ones I used to sketch with all the time. I got some pencils in there, extra lead. Those post-it notes are more for when I read, but these pencils are great. They're all Pentel. They're fantastic. You should get them. And yeah, that's a brush pen. I don't really ever use it though, but it's great. Pentel brush pens are really good. I think I'm going to show you them soon. Yeah, they're really good. These demi pastels, they're pretty much soft pastels, but they're like uber soft. They're great. I got them from Blick. They are when you blend them out, like a lot of the color gets lost, but they're super good. And I'm going to show you once I stop struggling to open it. Yeah, they're super small. You don't have to get the 24 pack. I think they have like a 10 pack or a 6 pack. Yeah, they have like different. Sorry, the voice recording cut off, but yeah, they have different. Like the amount of pastels in the pack. You know what I mean. This is my big ass pencil case, and so for pencils, it doesn't really matter to me. I've tried like Master's Touch, I've tried Generals, I've tried pretty much everything. It does not matter as long as the lead size is the size you want. That is a Pentel brush pen. I do recommend. But yeah, pencils to me don't really like matter. I'm sure to other like if you really use graphite, like I'm sure it does. Brands do matter, but to me, I don't really use it that much. Like I've been doing it lately, but I don't really care. This is oil pastels. That brand I love. This brand I love. Pentel. I also love Expressionism by Pentel. If you look at them on Amazon, it's like a ballet dancer with like she's like dancing like has green around her. Love that. Do not get these. No. No, no, no. These are ass. I swear they are. Don't get them. They're horrible. They're chalky. It's like so bad. These are one of the worst. I don't know how they haven't like improved this yet. No, don't get the Artist Loft soft pastels. Get those or get the one from Hobby Lobby. I'm gonna show you those soon. But do not get these. If you see these, do not get them. Okay, thank you. These are brushes from Target that have no significance to me. I threw them away. They're not that good for brushes. Like I don't really care as long as they're not uber cheap. Like you can get Royal Langnickel. You can get just go to Michael's or Hobby Lobby and see what's like. Just don't get boar bristles. I don't know. I don't paint that much often, so I don't know. This is a alcohol ink pack I got. I kept it. This brand's good. It came with some stamps, some like a glass panel, some alcohol ink paper. I kept it because sometimes I do use it, and I just thought it was like good to have around. Let's see. This is soft willow charcoal from Hobby Lobby, and do I do recommend these. They do break easily, but that's just how willow charcoal is. I mean, if you're gonna use charcoal, you should use vine over willow. But yeah, this is my Roland Langnickel. Keep it. These are like my essentials. So this one obviously I use. Keep it. It's great. Has the pencil, has the sticks in it, and then within my little tiny cubby of things, I have a pan pastel. It's a dark gray. I have charcoal powder. I have tools to use it. I have the vine charcoal, all good stuff. Gloves, obviously, I keep in my box of stuff. You need gloves. It just makes it easier to wash your hands, honestly, especially when using oil paint. Just makes it easier to wash your hands. Graphite sticks now, I barely use these. I did keep it, but I barely use them. I am contemplating here whether or not to keep them. I obviously do. I will use them for something. I got it from Blick, and they're that General's brand. Um, just a keep. They're all right. They're not bad. I've used them before, but I did seek them out before putting them back in that box. So this is some vine charcoal that I just talked about. You should use. I feel like you should use this over willow charcoal. I'm not gonna lie. So this is the paint thinner I use in my oil pastels. I use a odorless paint thinner. This is me wiping it off because it was leaking a little bit. But I use this Mona Lisa odorless paint thinner. This is what I use when I use oil pastels. I just use a little bit of it. You don't need a lot of it. On your brush, I use like a small flat brush. I take a little bit and I blend out the paints with it. This is what I use. I don't recommend using like turpentine or anything really intense. Just this small bottle of Mona Lisa odorless paint thinner or just odorless paint thinner in general should get the job done. But yeah, so here's me just basically like going over my maybe pile of things. Everything that I'm pretty much showing in this clip right now, like that, I ended up throwing away. The gouache I ended up keeping. The Crafts Smart Paint I ended up throwing away. But I just wanted to say, if you did watch this all, thank you. I literally love you. If you would like to follow me on here, TikTok or Instagram, I try to post as much as I mentally can. Thank you for watching. Thank you for investing your time in this and trusting me to show you what is good and what is not good. All right. So yeah, if you just want to subscribe, like, and follow me on any of my social media platforms, that is greatly appreciated. I totally appreciate you guys. You guys are the best. I try my best to comment back and follow you guys back, and you guys are great. So thank you, and make sure to follow me, and yeah, share your art with me, tag me and stuff, whatever you want to do, and I am right there with you. So again, thank you. I love you, and I'll see you another time. All right. Yeah. Thanks. Bye, guys.